Hello and welcome back to your favorite podcast, the Golden Nugget Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Golden, joined by some of your best friends, Kayla and Enoch.
Hey.
Guys, we're back in the normal room.
I know.
The podcast studio.
This feels crazy.
The three besties. Last week we had like our rewind week, which is like our sabbatical week. So every 10 episodes we take a week off. I don't know if we're gonna do seasons. It's all new to us, you know.
We're figuring it out.
We're figuring it out. It's day by day.
But let us know what you rewind to.
Yeah, which episodes did you guys go back to, or did you?
Maybe you didn't realize. Rewind this week.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool. People were kind of giving their feedback of which episodes they loved. Enoch, your fan favorite. Our story was a fan favorite for sure.
Nice.
Look at that.
Nice. Thank you guys. We really
We'd
tried
love to hear
on that one.
more from you on the podcast.
You guys want more?
Yeah.
You guys want all the tea?
Enoch, sing that song
I
you've
need a
been loving.
3-hour segment. Shameless plug. You guys need to go listen to Is He Worthy by CeCe Winans or the Jesus Image version. That one's like 30 minutes long. You already know how that goes,
Guys,
but it's powerful.
Every morning I'm just
He
hearing
does.
the choir going, he does.
Does the Father really love us?
He does.
Hey, let him worship.
Listen, that chorus is powerful.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for admitting that.
I love that song. You've just been running into the ground.
Stab me. But it's pretty good. I'm just bleeding out.
Running it into the ground a little bit. Anyway,
It's pretty powerful. I'm in that season.
What does that mean?
Declaring that he's worthy.
I think that should be the
Anyways,
season we all live in all
That's
the
topic
time,
number
right?
one. And so why aren't you beating the brakes off of it?
I'm listening to
She's
to
actually-
who else is worthy. It's worthy. Yeah.
All right.
It's
Sounds
a good song.
Right. It actually is a really good song.
What are you guys' favorite worship songs right now? We don't know Enoch's.
Yeah, that's one of them. You guys go. I got.
Oh gosh.
I think honestly that song.
Kayla's like, I don't listen to worship music.
Okay, I do. I actually mainly listen to
I
worship
have
music.
I don't know. I think this might be shocking to find out. It's hard for me to find new worship music. Not that I don't think amazing worship music is constantly put out. I think I just get such deep emotional connections to like
a song.
Yeah, I
That's
found
me.
myself going back to ones like old Hillsong Young and Free.
Oh, interesting.
Young and Free.
Young and Free.
Aiden would love to hear that.
Yeah, I heard Sinking Deep the other day for the first time in years.
Honestly, when it hit, whenever that song comes on, it hits.
Nostalgia just hit me upside the head.
I will say, honestly, you just saying that, last year, this isn't Young and Free, but last year at Forward Conference, I did Oceans. Mm-hmm. And it was like, also, we did Oceans at our church. Were you here yet when we did Oceans?
No, I wasn't here yet.
Okay, so we're in like a set list meeting, and I'm like, I think we should go into Oceans. And everybody's like, no way.
That will forever be a timeless hit.
I was like, you guys have no idea. It's going to wreck the room. And they're like, no, I don't know. I fought so hard before we did it. They're like, all right, this is right on. And it just broke open.
It always does.
Incredible.
It's like breaking into like the secular space. People are like
the intro
it.
that happened at Forward, and people just started just losing it. And I'm like, there's such
it's
whole
such a
sob
reminder.
Story. Yeah.
I think for me, when it comes to worship songs, I just cling on to some, and I'm like a repeater. So like right now, I'm on repeat is Who Else, For My Good,
Who else is
On Time God.
Oh, that's good.
The church I grew up in.
Thank you for that.
I
love that I got to write 2 of those songs. That's good, Kayla. Thank you for that.
That is
Just supporting my girl.
What about you?
I'm like all those.
You've been loving that. Which one is it by Brooke?
Oh, Like Incense. Like Incense will forever be one of the greatest songs ever written.
I'll just hear it on blast for 30 minutes in the bathroom. I'm like, she's in there going through it.
Well, it's like that song, it's just like a prayer. Like the verse is quite literally, make my prayer like incense rise before you, the lifting of my hands is sacrifice. Oh Lord Jesus, turn your eyes upon me, for I know there's mercy in your sight. Like, and then it's like, my statutes are your heritage forever. My heart is set on keeping your decrees. Like, still my anxious urge toward rebellion. Let love keep my will upon its knees. That's so stunning.
Ooh.
Her favorite song.
Like it's literally those lines. I'm like, it's just a prayer of like having the Lord keep your will on its knees, which I don't think is something that we say all the time, but it is constantly like our will constantly be batting up against what the Lord wants for us. So having that submission like in a song, and then the chorus is like, God, you are my God and I'll forever praise you. It's amazing.
It's beautiful.
I love
Love
that
it.
song. It's
beautiful.
stunning.
I got
And
so many more. We can go all day.
Brooke just released a new version of it on her 8 album, and it's amazing as well.
Shameless
and it's
plug.
like because I texted her when she was releasing it, and I was like, I'm gonna pass out. You're redoing like Incense. I was like, this is like my favorite song. I was like, you have no idea. And she sent it to me, and she was like, there's so many prayers, like intercessors that did like prayer tracks that they put in the song. So I'm like, it's so powerful.
Yeah.
I can't get over it.
And it's beautiful.
Anyway, but so yeah, songs like that, None But Jesus, Big Brooke Cal over here.
None but Jesus.
I will say that this is a very sad story, but growing up, we just dove right in here. Growing up, my brother had a best friend. His name was actually Kent Cross, and he passed away when he was very young. I think he was 17 or 18, something like that. Crazy freak accident in St. Louis. There was this massive storm that just like rolled in out of nowhere, and they were on a hike, and like a branch hit him and he died on impact. Like insane. Like crazy story. All of his friends were there. My brother was supposed to be there, but actually ended up not going that day. Which was just, anyway, the wildest story. We had Sunday night services at the church. That's like the first church I ever went to when I was growing up. And we didn't have service. We all just kind of like went in the sanctuary, and they played None But Jesus on repeat for 3 hours as everybody just prayed and cried. And we all just like sat in the sanctuary, and then we ordered like Panera bread, which in St. Louis is called St. Louis Bread Co. And like we all just like, it was one of the most interesting moments. I think it was like the first time I ever really felt like community. I was super young, but literally the community coming together to grieve, so that even hearing that song, I'll like go right back into that moment of like, man. And the fact that it's like a young guy passing away.
Yeah.
Like when someone's young and they die, it's like so unexplainable.
Right.
And it just to be like the song that was on repeat was like None But Jesus.
Yeah.
And that moment in that song was like, I'm yours and you are mine. Like everybody just sobbed. Anyway.
How does that one go again?
None but Jesus crucified to set me free.
Wow.
Now
That's a great one.
I feel like the best
Yeah.
worship songs, or I guess you could say your favorite worship songs, are the ones that like grab you in a
Yeah.
moment like that.
When you got saved,
Yeah.
especially.
Or like mine, honestly, crazy song to say, because I don't know, worship, praise, in Jesus' name, thy Israel.
In Jesus' name. Oh yeah, I used to rip that
Anything
song.
from Israel.
It's one of my favorites. The day that my mom left for rehab, our worship leader like sang that over us, and literally to this day, every time I hear it, I'm just like,
Was it Dave?
no, Shannon.
Oh, Shannon.
Wow.
Shout out Shannon, love you.
I remember the day, like the Lord just snatched my heart, and the song that I remember till this day is "Set Afire" by Jesus Culture.
Come on,
Until this
Jesus
day, I go
Culture.
back to that youth camp in the middle of nowhere,
Yep.
and that was the night just everything changed. So, yeah,
Man.
Beautiful.
Wow, I love it. I love hearing people's songs that like will always take them back. I think that I love new songs. Obviously, I'm a part of creating them, but there's just something so special about songs that we've had forever that I'm like, just because something wasn't released in the last 10 years, like don't not do it.
yeah.
Like
so
don't
real.
forsake doing it at your church just to like
Bring it
do
back.
the
We
new.
at
I
Shoreline,
love
we
some
love an
hymns.
oldie. Let me tell
Yeah,
you.
I love some hymns.
Guys, I
We
fight
love it.
for it. I love it so
Yeah.
much. I think those songs have so much power in them. And I also see like, I think of like Worthy of It All. Like I used to play that song in middle school. That song came
Truly.
out forever ago.
Literally.
like
And now
But
it's like
Alpha and
getting
Omega.
breathed.
Oh yeah, we do that one. Or what's the one? I was very skeptical of this. We did this the Sunday before Easter, and it's like,
Ryan let it.
yeah,
The
the
anthem?
enemy's been defeated.
Oh, that
Death
one.
couldn't
What's the
hold
one
you
he led?
down. And I was
It wasn't
skeptical,
that
but it
one.
hit. It ripped.
It was with Rachel. It was so good. So
There's
the
good.
so many
hymn
different
medley?
hymns.
The hymn medley, yes.
Oh, if we could do that every week, I'd just be
Yeah.
in my bag. Honestly.
I love it.
I'm an old soul like that.
Same.
Show me your face.
These are
I'm
all
on
great
my
songs.
face.
Oh, show me
Yeah.
your face. You know, that was on our pre-service playlist at the church. And we
With John Wilds, yeah.
Yes.
It's so good.
It's like, oh my gosh, people are walking in. It's like,
Setting the table.
yes.
Incredible. You guys, I love the tangent we just went on. I don't know how, it's just,
Anyways, welcome back. This is episode like 11.
Yeah,
or
we're in
12.
here
Enoch
now.
loves to say what number the episode is.
I keep track.
Guys, I really feel like we're getting good at this.
I think so.
Okay.
I think we're picking up ground.
I think,
Okay.
yeah.
They say people don't make it past 8 episodes and then they quit.
Okay.
I see that. I see just
I
like
see the why.
I see the why.
I see the urge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, episode 8, was it that one that we did and we were like, oh man, that just took a lot out of
Yeah.
us.
Guys, there was one episode that we did that it kicked us to the ground.
I think we were here till like 3 a.m. and then
Yes.
afterwards it felt like we got hit by a truck.
And we only did one
Guys,
episode.
no,
like-
that wasn't even the time when it went late. It was like in the afternoon.
No, you're right.
And we were like,
It was
and the rest
light
of the
out.
day we didn't do anything. We were
Yep.
just dead.
yeah, we were all like exhausted. And I was like,
Yeah.
are we okay?
It wasn't even a long
spiritually?
episode.
I know.
Yeah.
It was like a catch-up episode.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
talked. We did like those Q&As. It was
Yeah.
a fun one, but
Honestly, one of my favorites.
So
Check us
yeah,
out.
I keep track because I'm proud of it. It's episode
we
11.
love that. Guys,
Yeah.
give it up for Enoch. He creates, he edits everything.
I honestly feel like I need to do a much better job.
No, you
I
do
think
a
you're
doing a
great
great
job.
job.
Create some capacity. You guys are starting to get 3 clips a week, 2 graphics.
Let's go.
Oh, wow.
As long as they get
Oh.
approved on
Honestly,
time.
I can help with that. Just let you know.
Honestly, I will take all the help I can get.
My graphic skills have been.
We are
You guys-
announcing something so special today.
I know.
Are we
I was
waiting
gonna
till
wait.
after?
I was
Oh,
gonna
okay.
wait.
Oh, wait,
Okay,
wait. My
never
fault,
mind,
my
never
fault,
mind,
my
never
fault.
mind.
I just want to say this because I have had such a love-hate relationship with social media recently.
Yeah.
And it's like, I used to share so much more of my life online and like tell stories all the time on my stories. I in no way think that I've like grown a massive following by any means. I do know that I do have people who pay attention to things, and I think that as it started to grow and kind of get out of my hands more, and when I would be at events and people would tell me like personal aspects of my life, I think it scared me some.
That's
But
kind of scary.
all that to say, I want to be more fun with it like I used to. But I will say, like, with the era we're in right now, it feels so much more like a job than it used to. Because it's like, oh, this is how you like market your records, and it's like, are you keeping like a balanced feed? And it's like, I literally today, it crossed my mind because I'm like, I haven't posted on my Instagram in, I don't know, weeks. And I like made grilled chicken today and wanted to post it. And so I did.
So proud of
and
that
it
chicken.
looked really good.
Yo,
Actually,
it was incredible.
Incredible.
good.
It was juicy, flavorful. Had a little like Spanish kick to it.
I need to post the recipe
She got
because
her
so many
hands on
people
some-
asked me for it. I was just
what
like,
did you use? Go ahead and spit it out right now.
I used a lot of different seasonings. The thing is, and here's what I'll say, the rule for cooking and baking, cooking is all feel, baking is all science.
Yep, 100%.
That's how it goes. Really just like what you feel. Like I also posted today that I made a Greek salad, and someone
So
was
look
like,
good.
what was the recipe for the dressing? I'm like,
What do you
just
mean?
kind of what I have on hand.
Yeah.
Like olive
Sounds about
oil,
right.
red wine vinaigrette.
People are always like, recipe, and I'm like, I kind of made it up.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
I
My
just
mom
made
was
it
the
I
same
mean, you
way.
just like cover it in like
I
spices.
just feel it out. Yeah.
Cover it in spices of all the same feel. It was like a Greek chicken, but I will say I have been like pan searing. You know what the biggest difference? I'll say this. The biggest difference of recently with the chicken that I've been cooking is I'll brine it.
Oh.
So I'll have it sit in water and salt for like at least 30 minutes, and it changes everything.
It's beautiful.
So
Note
I know
that down.
we normally like brine turkey
Yeah, I was about
and
to
stuff
say.
like that for Thanksgiving. Brine all your poultry.
Okay.
It actually,
Okay.
I don't know, for some reason, right when I just said the word poultry, it didn't feel like a real word.
Yeah. I do that all the
If
time.
you guys
Yeah,
were to
you're
like, what? If you go back in the
Yeah.
camera, the scare. Like
She
this.
said poultry.
You're like, she's like, is that real?
I was thinking, what other poultry is
I
there?
do that
but-
all the time. Or like spelling a word that I've always known how to spell. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that doesn't look right.
Oh,
Yep.
like we were working on new merch for just events coming up, and we'll put it online.
Just like life for real.
Guys, so
Yeah,
exciting,
just
all the
very
new
much.
things. But the word church, for some reason, on one of the garments, we're like, is that right? I'm like, why is that church?
No, yeah.
Church.
It looks like churro. Churro.
what? I don't know why. But it was
Churchy.
just like we were going crazy. Anyway, all this to say, all the chicken talk and that, I literally have wanted to just, I don't know, have a lot less pressure on social media that I feel like I felt recently. And I even thought, I was like, oh, well, I haven't posted anything about like music stuff. I do think that there's an element of sometimes people are like, are you still even doing this? I still travel. I lead worship. I just don't post it. And I don't know why. I think maybe it's just like a capacity thing. I don't have like a content creator. I know like a lot of people do, which is amazing. I mean, I have Enoch, but he's got the podcast.
I've got a couple things.
He's got the podcast and his whole full job. So I'm like,
but I'd love to content create for you. I also think we're trying to find the workflow between us and a healthy marriage.
Yeah, we're getting to that. I'm also like really specific. So if it's not perfect, I'm like, throw it out.
And it's like, she'll be like that, but she won't say it or what she wants specifically.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can take feedback, but she just doesn't give it. So
yeah,
it's
so
this little
all that
shooting
to
in
say,
the dark.
I'm wanting to be more active online.
Honestly, my whole motto of social media is post what you want. I literally posted 7 dumps in a row. No pictures of just me looking cute out a night out. Nope. Just here's
it's all dumps
here's
at
me
this
cute.
point.
Here's a pork chop.
I've been wanting to dump it for like
I love here's me as a pork chop.
4 weeks now. I don't post at all.
Yeah, you don't.
Honestly,
ever.
I'll get better. I know. I just every time
whenever I see a story post
it,
from you pop up, I'm like, wow, he's on.
I need to be better. But I also like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You're also a guy. Guys don't really post.
I think too, it's like I am so passionate about certain things too. Like we were talking about this yesterday at church. And it was like, I was convincing everybody to get all these new favorite things that I love currently. And they're like, why don't you ever just like share these things with us? And I was like, I don't know. This is one of them. These little Simply Modern cups.
Luis.
It's not that I'm like a Stanley hater.
I'm a Stanley hater.
They just look like you're about to go on the fishing boat. Like you're about to go hunting, which is what they were made for. These give like really sleek. And I convinced Enoch to get one. Shout out to Bede. Shout out to my producer Bede.
It was Bede. Yeah.
We were in Nashville
he convinced me
like a week and a half ago.
And I've had a hydro flask, if you guys know what that is, 44 ounces. So it was like a tank.
This is 40 ounces.
Nice.
Yeah, it's 40.
And it was just big and bulky. I was carrying it everywhere. And I still carry this, but it just felt like it was like the main thing in my hand.
It didn't fit in cup holders.
And then it didn't fit in the cup holder.
That's the worst part. That's the best thing about this.
And so I would always like tuck it under the seat or like in the back seat. It just like wasn't doable. But this just like slips right in.
I love the.
I'm not fully confident in it yet. I do leave it in the car when I go to the gym. But
Enoch.
I'm growing. I'll be honest.
You're barely in the car.
It's just like
you got to take that in.
Take that in while you're working out.
Literally, I'm burning like 1,000 calories and I just don't drink water the whole time.
What if you start a trend for
Subtle
men where
flex.
they're like, we want Simply Moderns?
Yeah, I would love that.
I'm saying it on the podcast now, but I was being honest about my little self-consciousness of.
Okay, well, this is great. I think this helps me drink so much more water because it's enjoyable.
I've been so hydrated.
Yeah,
you
I feel
guys,
incredible.
there's so many things. Listen, it's changed everything.
Another thing you love. What's that thing you make me put on that night? It's changed my skin. Guys, look at this.
Paula's Choice. Paula's Choice. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. It smells a little funny.
It's like because it does smell a little bit like nail polish remover. It's a chemical exfoliant, so it's not like you don't rub it in like beads to like scrub your face. Incredible. It's changed my face. Yeah. I need to do like a skincare list because people have been asking me about my skincare stuff recently.
What else are you loving? I just got a gua sha.
Oh, I have one.
I'm about to carve my face out.
Here's something, okay?
Oh, God.
I will say that I recently have been going to bed slightly earlier. I have a theory that this is because my new contact brand, that like at a certain time of the night, my contacts expire. I have to take them out and my eyes just hurt. Yeah. And so I just need to go to sleep. And so every morning when I wake up, because I wake up at literally 5 a.m. now because I go to bed at dusk.
Meanwhile,
Enoch's up and he's shopping. And I always put you on. I wake up and this morning I was like,
it's like
I
she
get
can't
an email
do that.
notification. It's gua sha.
Gua sha. I used to have one, but it's like stone, and so I dropped it and it just shattered in pieces.
Honestly,
But
I don't.
let's be honest,
That might
I
have
get
been
like-
a jump scare for you.
I get like $6 gua shas. I just got this brain
I
dust.
knew exactly who it was. And yeah, I'm like the things.
I just got
here's
some
the
new
thing.
nutritional
I
supplements.
give him my login to Thrive Market, to Amazon, all the things because like we
I've got
share
Amazon
it all.
too.
Yeah, but we share it all now because like we don't want to have 2 Prime memberships.
Yeah.
You're not paying for a Prime membership, are you?
I don't think so.
I hope not. But anyway, so I just see it all come through. He had a little Thrive Market shopping spree the other day.
Okay.
Tell him about the brain
$6
dust.
gua sha versus like a
Enoch.
yeah. Anyways,
It's all.
y'all should see what's in the shopping cart over there once a week.
No, you guys, I just have to say one thing. I just have to get this off my chest. It's like, how am I sitting right now? If you're watching the podcast, you know what? The last podcast with Jack, I'm rolling around like an alligator.
I think
Honestly,
you honestly
like flopping like a fish.
you do forget this is like a video. She's always like,
I know.
I'm editing. And she's
and this
just
is
like,
probably why we don't post any clips like throughout the week because I'm like, gosh, I look like Jabba the Hutt in that. But God forbid I like adjust my posture.
just like do this. Let's do a challenge. Let's just sit up.
I literally
All
have
of
the
us?
posture of
Like
a
this?
rat.
You do very well. You do very well.
Yeah.
I'm mainly talking to the main character here.
Anyway,
I try not to move because once I find my angle, if I move, like we're risking it.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
we've
to
got a
be-
pretty
I'm
tight shot
trying to-
here, so I don't want to mess with it much.
I'm trying to be comfortable. I also realize I put the mic completely covering my face. It is
She's
what it
like,
is.
Some people
hey guys,
don't love
welcome
that.
to the
I know you guys want to
I
see our
know.
mouths, so here you go.
Here's the thing. I've been told
But
that
not like
my
the
whole
foot's
life.
probably. Let's go.
I'm like, anyway, I've told that my whole life. Even while I sing, people are like, "Can you pull it down?" I'm like, "No, I like it like this." What was I saying?
Like it like
What was I
this.
even talking about just now?
You were talking about me shopping on Amazon.
I have to talk about this because if
Me and
you
all these Ghani
understand this,
shirts are just
if
rolling
you
on
understand,
in.
you guys, I had this. I'll break it all down. Okay, there's a department store online, Net-a-Porter,
Oh Lord.
and there was a really big sale on a designer that I love called Ghani, and Ghani has these like tote bags. They're like tote purses. Anyway, they have the
It's
new
like a beach bag.
they have their new. Well, it's like a tote purse. They have their new summer designs, but the fall designs were marked down in the sale. Net-a-Porter marked down all designs. Okay, even the brand new ones. I see it. I'm like, I know that it's like a new design and it's marked down like 55%.
No way.
I add it in my
Crazy.
cart. It has one left. Why didn't I check out? I'm asking the room.
I don't know.
Oh, you didn't check
Guys,
out?
I literally
She didn't check out, and she
because I
always
was
does
trying to
that.
see if I was
She
going to
always
add more
does this.
stuff. I go in,
Gone.
worst fear.
Gone.
Go to check out. Your cart's been updated. I was like, I literally felt sick.
yeah,
For
she
the
was
rest of the
sick.
day.
Why didn't you check out?
She was in
They
tears.
put this on my tombstone. I wasn't in tears.
You were in tears. You were so upset.
No, I
She
mean
was
I was
literally
being
like,
dramatic.
my whole life is ruined. She was like, this is
Now
awful.
I do
She,
throw
like,
the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah.
I literally was like, my
We
life's
like had
over.
plans for the whole day. Like she carried it all throughout the day. Anyone we would run into, she was just bringing it up to them. I'm like, babe, not
This is
everyone
okay.
wants to
This
hear
is a
about
great.
this.
This is a great awareness of OCD. If anybody out there who's
Yeah, for
watching
sure.
this has OCD, you know, once you got something, it just keeps
Yeah.
circling and circling and
we
circling.
had a brunch like an hour later. As soon as we sit down, it's the first thing she says.
Shout
She's
out
like-
to Connor because my one of my good friends is OCD, and I can always text her. She's like, I get it.
Yeah, it's
She's like
instant.
in the same boat.
Meanwhile, I'm like, just let it go.
I'm like, I wish. Anyway,
But I was
so
that next Sunday. I did look through like 50 websites to find that same tote. Not at 50% off.
that's so sweet. And see, that's the thing. It's like it's not sold out, but at that price it is. And
We'll
God forbid,
probably
I'll
never
never
get it
pay
at
the
that
full
price
price
again.
for it because I
Heck
saw it at a
no.
lower price.
Yep.
Anyway,
it's
that's
good
It's
for you
also
now.
just
I'm
a
I
sorry.
beach
know.
bag.
I guess that's also just like being cheap.
I can design that beach bag myself. We've got beach bags coming.
That would be kind of fun. A
Honestly,
beach
that-
bag.
GNP. Would you guys love that?
I'd
They
love
just
it.
like sit in the garage
GNP
forever.
Golden Nugget Podcast. Have you said that before?
No, but I
Wow.
always
That
title
was the
it that
first-
like in the files. GNP.
That's my first time hearing that.
I actually have it tattooed.
Can you imagine? A giant
We all get
nugget?
Golden Nugget Podcast. Okay,
Guys.
guys. If we get to a certain amount of listeners, we'll get a tattoo of the podcast. What's the amount?
What's a
Kayla?
tattoo?
I'm like,
I've been considering getting a tattoo for the longest, but it has to like the thought
Do
of
you have
putting
any?
something. No, I want one, but
I've
it
wanted
has to
some
be something
for-
on my body that like it's on my body.
That's real. Once
Sure.
you get the first one, though, you'll be like, meh.
I know. I want to get
I
it. The only
know.
thing I could think that I
Then
could,
you'll end up getting stuff that you look it down. And you're like, why the heck did I get that?
I love your tattoos.
Thank you for saying that.
They're beautiful. They all have meanings.
Half my left arm looks like a sticker sheet. It does.
You're hot.
Thank you. It does look like that. And sometimes I'm just like, man, I look
Life
like
is
I look like a
short.
bucket of trash.
No, you don't. Stop it.
No, I'm not saying that.
There's
I
some
feel,
awful tattoos out there. You
I
guys
think
know
yours are great.
because
If
it's
you
like
had a
what do
truly
you call
bad
it,
one,
like
I
the
would be like,
fine
that's a
lining
truly
ones.
bad one.
If it's fine lining anything,
Yeah.
unless the artist has just done a butcher job.
Yeah, I thankfully all my tattoos are done well.
Yeah.
For
But there's
sure.
some that I'm like, well, I guess I could have done that smaller.
She got a
that is
building
the
on her
fight.
arm.
That's the fight with every tattoo artist. They always want you to get it bigger and bigger and
I
bigger.
did.
Like, if
I
it's,
argued with mine for a while because I wanted it significantly smaller than this. But I kind of love it now.
That looks great on
That
you.
looks great.
I was like, my dad's gonna
On
kill
me,
me.
I would have to get something way smaller. I do.
My
want a
dad
cross.
calls me till this day, every couple weeks. He's like, don't get any more tattoos. Just hangs up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm like
Me too.
I'm like versus my mom. She's like, let's go get a tattoo together.
I'm gonna convince
love
him one
that.
day.
I haven't gotten a tattoo since I don't know when.
I've been wanting one recently. I kind of love the feeling.
Really?
I got all three in one sitting.
I'd consider the podcast tattoo but
Okay,
I
how
don't
many-
want a nugget on me.
how many
You know what I mean?
subscribers?
Like, I
Oh,
don't want a
no.
nugget
Guys,
on my
how
I
many-
was thinking like on the 100th
10,000?
episode. Because it's like,
So it's like we never make it to that
subscribe,
many.
don't subscribe, meh, whatever.
Can it be something like generic that like can mean something else just in case?
How about if we 50,000?
I
Subscribers?
don't even know how to go metrics. We're close to 50,000
Metrics?
subscribers, but we've already had subscribers on my YouTube.
That's what I'm saying. You've had like 65 on your YouTube. I think we've gained maybe 3.
Oh, so this is like a years out thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I can commit.
Yeah.
They bring this clip back up in 5 years. And like, you committed. It's like,
Someone just shows up to your door with a little tattoo gun. I don't even know. We were
What were
talking
you
about.
going to call it? With a...
I don't know. Guys, one of my cousins was in prison, and he
Uh-oh. What? Where's this going?
he.
What is this?
Sorry, but today.
How many minutes are we in? Guys, we're so sorry. We took a week. We took a week off, and we're just like off the rails. We need somebody to vent to. How much time are we in?
My cousin.
we're in about
My cousin.
Almost
I
40.
think he was. I think
Really?
he went to
Yeah.
prison. I'm not sure, but he taught me how to do a prison tattoo.
I've seen these TikToks. And
Okay.
let's talk about content creators in prisons.
You take.
Because it's like, have you seen them cook? On like a bag of Cheetos?
I actually have
It's
something to say
crazy.
about this.
Oh,
What?
she's done it.
I actually was once in communication with one of the creators who was living in prison. I ended up having to block him.
you
What are you
like a
talking
pen pal
about?
situation. This is before you met,
You were dating him? Oh, God.
I was not.
You were dating a guy in prison? And you helped him become a content creator?
No, he was already a
That's
content
a low.
creator.
Anna,
It was fascinating. He had access to so many things, and I was
They
just
have
like,
how do
access
they
to
have
everything.
phones?
I'll literally find it. I'll like scroll through TikTok. You know, sometimes it shows you like an explorer of like just a random creator. It's always like a crazy weird
so
creator.
I like came
I always get
across
prisons.
I came across this guy,
interesting.
and it was fascinating. And he had access to all these things, and he would cook like in his
Yeah.
bunk, and
They do.
like
They have weird methods.
yeah, and had all these different things, and he would show like the trading stuff, and then like he didn't have a lot of followers. But I was so fascinated. I would like to say he was a pioneer. This was years. This was like when TikTok first started, and so
This is
he
crazy.
he didn't have a lot
Yeah.
of followers, so I followed him. And then he like saw me because I had like a blue check mark, and then he would always mention me in the lives. And I was like, hey. And then like I would just
What?
constantly such a random thing. And I just
We're
like,
just not going to go past that. How long ago was this?
I don't know, like 5 years maybe. When did TikTok start? COVID.
Did you have
Yeah,
friends?
2020.
You were like DMing him?
Okay, first of all, don't make it seem like I didn't have friends.
That's just weird. Are we going to act like that's normal?
I
See,
mean-
okay, it wasn't like a flirty thing. He turned it into that.
I was
It
going to
was-
say, clearly.
I'm like, so it definitely was.
Yeah.
Guys, it wasn't that. I was always just like, this is so cool. Where are you finding this? Where are you finding this? Like,
Where are
I'm
you?
just-
Anna's genuinely curious.
I'm
and
embarrassed.
he's like, this is gonna be my wife when I'm out.
No, I'm sick.
Yeah, he
I'm
didn't.
Sick.
Enoch.
I did see. I just recently read a story of a guy
Okay,
that got
first of
locked
all,
up.
don't compare me to any sort of story of someone dating someone locked up. I have not. That was not what I was doing.
Okay, sorry. Anyways,
It was fascinating, and then one day I think he ended up saying something a little. I don't know.
controversial.
I'm shaking
No,
over
there's so many
here. I'm
words
like,
you could
what did
use
he
right
say?
now.
I don't know. I don't know how to say. I guess raunchy would be the word, and I
Okay.
just blocked him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
he was.
Ooh.
I never like put money
anyways,
on his
the
books.
story I saw. Just to switch up the subject, this guy got locked up. I think he got like years. I don't know what it was. And he called his girlfriend to put in like a bunch of like prize picks. You know what that is? It's like sports betting.
Yeah.
And he did like a 15 leg parlay. And those things to hit every single one is dang near impossible. Got bailed that night, 500,000. That's my story.
Whoa.
Wow.
Just to
Honestly,
cover
stuff
up
is
that
sad.
My guy
Guys.
never gave me any parlays or any bets.
parlays.
No, guys.
Who's still out there putting in parlays? We've been there.
Crazy.
We try to make
No.
friends.
Guys,
Enoch.
speaking
We
of,
do not encourage that.
I
Speaking of
was
jail.
sure.
did you guys see there was a guy in Nigeria who was a fake lawyer? So like he was really representing people in court, no degree, no license. So
Wow.
he gets arrested, represents himself,
I've seen this. Yeah.
and got off.
Yeah. Apparently he was
Honestly,
incredible. It's like Suits. Like the
That would,
narrative
yeah,
is
that
like
would
Suits.
literally be my brother John.
I could see that. John, if you're listening.
My brother John could definitely be in that situation and
Yeah.
represent himself. I
and
think.
probably get away with it.
Yeah,
I'm
all
like-
the time.
Wow.
All right.
That-
So, sorry. I'm just thinking to myself.
What?
Guys,
Guys, we've gotten so off. Well,
Yeah.
this
I was
all
just
started
mentally trying
because
to get back on track.
This is all started because we were talking about your gua sha and you
You're
ordering
giving
stuff
people
in the
your
middle of the
faves.
night.
I think this would just be the episode. You're just going to get all of Anna's faves.
yeah.
No,
Because I think we're like 40 minutes in.
that's a stupid episode.
Yeah, we're 40 minutes in.
Yeah. So
I
maybe
think
we
it's
just.
all of our faves.
Okay, we could- yeah, 'cause we did worship
There is
faves.
something.
Yeah,
there
we
is
can do that.
something that I wanted to talk about, guys. We did
Okay.
have an agenda for this episode,
Yeah,
but
we're
I,
off.
But I don't know if we have time for it, so maybe
I'm-
just do another one.
no, this is what I wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah,
I
if
do
you're
have
gonna
a
go
very,
this
I
route-
do have a very deep topic that I do want to hit. Maybe we'll hit it next episode. I was gonna say service. Amen. These probiotic drinks. Okay.
Yeah, let's
Is
Are we
talk
anybody-
talking about Poppy?
Yeah.
We're talking about Poppy.
We have to talk about
The
this.
tea. Y'all been to Whole Foods?
Because here's the facts.
Cooked.
Okay, guys. No.
Y'all gotta go. Sorry.
Enoch's a poppy girl. He was a poppy girl.
They taste delicious.
Okay, and
Poppy
I
over
was like,
Olipop?
They taste. Yeah, they
and
tasted
I was
way too
always,
good. I was like,
and
these
I'm
are
like,
off.
I need you to clip this because I need to tell everybody at Olipop I love you guys. I fought for you guys, even
Yep.
when Poppy had a
Yep.
cooler image.
She was always riding for y'all.
And I was like, no, because I've drank both, and I can tell when a probiotic is actually in my system or not. Now, if this
Tell
gets
us why.
debunked and Poppy in Olipop actually is the same boat as Poppy, I'm gonna be mortified about this.
But we're pretty
But-
sure that it's valid.
Yeah, because I literally like it helps your body and your digestive system and like
Great gut health.
Great gut
Yeah.
health. It's all
Great
about that
brain health.
aftertaste.
yeah, exactly.
Olipop, that
You can
aftertaste,
taste-
you know that it's healthy.
This is my first time trying. I'm trying the watermelon lime. I like the lemon lime. Tastes like Sprite to me a little.
Tastes a little bit like
100%.
Sprite.
But this one has probiotics, botanicals. Man, people, this sounds like such a sponsorship. Please send us Olipops. These are expensive. Plant fiber. I love these. Like it really does help my whole body. I feel plant
Feels
powered,
incredible.
microbiome approved. Your
Yep.
microbiome. Your gut is your second brain. So your mental health
Yeah.
actually comes from your microbiome.
It affects your nerves.
which is everything in your gut.
Yep. The
Anyway.
cola one, incredible.
Okay, but here's the
Cola.
conspiracy
Really?
though. Poppy, I feel like everybody in the whole world knows this now, but if you don't, I
Yep.
was just
Now
telling
you
Kayla
know.
about this. Poppy has to recall all of their cans because they can no longer say that they're a health food drink because it's the traces of like the probiotics are actually so low that you would have to drink 4 cans a day for 3 weeks to see what they claim would be the benefits. And at that point, it's canceled out because the amount of sugar.
They have to recall the cans.
They're considered a soda at
So
this
if
point.
I go right now,
Yeah, we went
But
to
their
Whole
whole-
Foods and they like
They've
literally
already pulled
took
them
out
in
of the
Canada, I
well,
believe.
guys, their whole commercial series for the summer was this is what your kids are gonna call soda.
Crazy.
And they were saying like, like we call
It's, like,
soda
on the
Coke,
same level as
Sprite.
Pepsi.
They were saying this is the new soda, and now
It's soda now,
because
yeah.
it's soda.
It's backfiring.
Well, and so we were at Whole Foods, and I couldn't find Ollipops anywhere, and I always get my Ollipops from a Whole Foods, and I was like, where are they? Where are they? And they were in like the health food drinks with the kombucha, but the Poppy was, first of all, heavily discounted at the end, and they were just
Poppies were like 3 for $1. Those used to be like 3 for $1.
What?
You mean 1 for 3? I
did I
knew
say?
it.
Yeah, you said they were 3 for 1. They used to be 3
Give
for
me a
1.
hand. Give me a
1
hand.
for 3. I'm fine. Just a little tired. Anyways, they used to be 3 for 1.
Like, huh?
He's like, they
Wait.
used to be 3 for 1, and
No,
now
they
they
are
used to be
3
3
for
for 1.
Listen, they're
Right,
3 for 1. They used to be 1 for 3.
That
Little dyslexic over here.
We understood what you were saying,
okay.
Peanut.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy. I would doubt if it's going to be just like a normal soda, I doubt that Whole Foods will even carry it anymore. Or maybe they'll revamp. Maybe they'll come back and they'll like have like a new image.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
then
know.
it's like
probably
the
won't
taste
taste
is
as good.
probably going to go way down
Yeah.
to the point where it's like, I'd rather have an Olipop.
It's like they commit to being a soda, or they just like it tastes like apple cider vinegar.
But I just remember
Yep.
they spent so much money on a campaign recently with Alex Earl. I'm like, man, the marketing on Poppy was insane.
Yep.
It was really good.
Olipop, there was like some small creators that I saw had it. I didn't see a ton.
I saw
Olipop,
mostly
you guys
Poppy.
call me. I'll help you
We got you.
guys.
But you guys help us.
Yeah.
Honestly, you guys wouldn't even have to pay me.
Just send us
them. Just send them, because I'm paying you guys at this point, really. Anyway,
Guys,
I
it's
just-
actually so crazy.
yeah,
It's like just when you think, imagine the person out there that really thought, man, you know what? I'm going to try to get healthy this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump onto the poppies. They don't really know anything. They're not really reading the can in depth. And
I
they
think
think
There was
they've
like there was like a private case study, right?
it was a class action lawsuit's been filed, right?
Probably by Olipop. Great move.
That's what I thought. I
Secret
thought
shopper.
Olipop maybe did the.
But there's a whole
research.
like gut health movement. I think there's like a trending documentary on Netflix now.
Yep.
So they're just like exposing all of it.
Because like, do you know that like that saying that girls are like, oh, like she's pretty. I bet you her stomach hurts because it's like a thing that like all girls' stomachs hurt all the time. And now they're like,
Yeah.
actually, wait, no. Why are your stomachs hurting all the time?
tummy
Like that's
hurt.
not okay.
Yeah, they always say hot girls have stomach issues.
I can attest.
Yeah, I'm one of them hot girls with stomach issues
Same.
too. My stomach hurts. What about you?
I'm all right. My stomach is
Imagine he said-
bulletproof.
Imagine you said, yeah, I'm a hot girl.
Hot girl stomach issues. That's so crazy. No, anyway. So Olipop forever. All these facts could be wrong too. I just want to go ahead
What
and
are you
say
talking about?
that every fact,
She can't recant her statement
every fact that
after the
I've ever
15-minute
said.
segment.
I literally, you know what's something I hate, and maybe this is because I will read one thing and I'm like, it's good as gold to me. Like I'll see one little research
Oh my
paper on
gosh.
something.
You don't go
She's
for the
convinced
the
it's
alternate
credible.
opinion.
It's not always credible.
No, yeah, and I hate like when I'm bringing new tea to the group, like something
Let's
like
be
this.
honest. You're not reading no research. It's always a TikTok.
No, I will say a lot of times it's a TikToks. A lot of times it's TikToks. I did read about Olipop and Poppy because
I will say TikTok is my main research engine.
yeah,
I
like
yeah.
I look up
searching
everything.
stuff.
Honestly, it's social media, and what I figured out like the calculation. So like, if you really want to know if when it just happens, you go to X because that's like that's live time. You want to know the truth behind
you
it.
legitimately go
TikTok.
to say X before Twitter.
Well,
That's
yeah, it's X
embarrassing.
now.
That's so crazy.
She's mindful.
Well,
It's
I'm
X
like,
now.
I guess it's just your generation would probably go
My
more towards
generation?
X. Your generation.
It's like we have such a
under me.
we are 4 years apart.
It's not
It's your
It's crazy.
generation.
But I'm like,
Yeah, but I'd say Twitter.
I used to say Twitter.
I don't have it anymore.
Recently,
but-
I've been saying X because I've been going on it so much, and it says X.
really? I have just not. I have a Twitter. I haven't even gone on there in forever.
No,
Oh, X.
don't look me up because it's bad.
Why,
My last
Kayla?
post is from like 2016 when I'm like, I can't believe he did this to me. Like, what's going on?
Did I sent you a screenshot, right, of my guys? My recent fascination, if we're talking about my favorites, is going on Facebook. Facebook
Ooh,
is
been on there a lot.
bad for
so
people. It's bad.
funny because every person you ever grew up with is still on Facebook and they're posting their whole lives. You better believe it. And I literally go on there, and I was on there, I think last night. I sent Enoch this screenshot of this is my status, June 9th, 2010. Where did all the sweet boys go? Question mark. I'm like, what was I
Anna?
even talking
Anna?
about?
Apparently
2010.
prison.
No, literally.
Apparently they
Guys.
got locked up. And she looked for them.
I didn't talk
Get your breath. We
There
want to
comes
talk
a
about that
point where
later.
you
That's
have to
crazy.
decide.
I didn't get that. She didn't bring that up in the dating process.
You know, it's like,
Enoch!
So yeah, my ex was locked up.
Oh my gosh, we didn't date. That literally makes me feel ill. I wonder if he's
Guys.
still in prison.
Stop it. He's
it's
probably watching.
literally-
Sir,
He
God
just
bless
gave me
you.
a chill. We love you.
We.
What? God loves you. We love you. Amen. Child of God.
Amen.
Amen.
What were you
Amen.
saying, Kay?
I was just saying these tweets.
I've never heard you call her Kay.
I know. I'm like, actually, I kind of
threw
like
me.
that.
People call me Kay. That's like not,
Bestie
that's not a
K.
crazy thing. Okay.
Bestie KK.
Never mind.
What were you about to say?
Oh, I was about to read one of my tweets from March 27th, 2016. If you can't escape your past, then maybe it's meant to be a part of your future.
Well, powerful.
Guys,
That
all
sounds
of these,
toxic.
all of
That
these,
sounds like
it's
how
and
to
it was
stay with
about
a
a guy.
toxic
It was
ex.
about
Yeah.
a guy that kept popping up in my life, my childhood crush,
I bet.
and I was literally like, no, he keeps popping up. It's been like 3 years. Like, obviously, it's meant to be. I was
That's
in love,
so
honestly, in
funny.
my head.
Anyways,
Shout out to
Was
him
he in
wherever he's
love?
at. No, he wasn't in love. I was psychotic.
messy. Anyways, all of our faves. What else we got?
I feel like I was on a tangent of something.
This is like an
Oh.
Amazon storefront episode.
Honestly, we
I
gotta
don't even
put
know how to
links.
set up an Amazon storefront. I tried so long one day. Oh, okay. No, what I
What are
was
some
gonna
daily
say.
essentials?
what
That's
I
a great
was-
question.
No, I have to say this one more time. What I was gonna say was when I like to bring a lot of facts to the table. I watch a lot, I consume a lot, and I love facts. I love facts about the ocean and sharks. Oh my gosh, the shark thing. We'll touch on that in a second.
Oh Lord!
Wait,
but at the
wait.
same time, I love it when people fact check you. 'Cause
See, and
sometimes
that's what I was about
she'll
to
just
say.
say stuff, and the whole room's
That's-
like, "Wow," and I'm like, "And I know you did."
That's what I was. That's what I
And
was about
last
to
week-
say. I actually hate that. If you're
I
that
love
person
that.
who's like,
Hey,
I'm gonna look
we've
that
got a
up.
friend that recently did that, and I loved it. I was like, "Thank you."
Who was it?
Hannah.
Hannah
Hobbs. she was like, "What'd you say?" Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
What
I
was?
like,
What
"Yup."
did I say? It was real though.
You were just going on tangents about everything. She was like, "I'm gonna look it up."
Here's the thing. I want everyone to blind trust me.
And
I want
here's the thing, guys,
everyone to
it's so
follow me
easy,
blindly.
though. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Because
And then
I'm
you're
not
down a path. And
I'm
you're
not
like, how'd I
like
get
making.
here?
I'm not like making this up in ill intent. I'm not
But like
trying
you
to lead us
said,
down a bad path.
your
And
source-
I'm pure at heart. To the
Hey,
pure, all
yeah.
is pure.
Your source is TikTok. It's not that credible.
Not always just TikTok.
Honestly, it's
A lot of
pretty
it's
credible.
word. A lot of it's word of mouth.
It's pretty credible though.
That's even worse.
She's like, I heard it from
A
so
lot of
and
it's
so.
word of mouth and prophetic dreams.
Yeah. Okay.
Guys, have you guys been seeing this shark thing going on in Destin?
No,
Hundreds of sharks.
Hundreds of sharks.
and
It's
that's why you
because
don't go
there's
to the
there's
ocean.
pods of orcas in the ocean. Did you see that video I
The
sent
Gulf
you the
of
other
Mexico.
day? You guys, okay, there's this one guy who has a theory that he thinks it's either like he had a name for it. It's some like monster in the sea that's like scaring all of the top predators to the shore.
No,
And I
No.
saw this like pod of whales all like kill themselves. They all like jumped onto
Anna,
rocks.
I don't want to know this stuff.
That's so dark.
There's something. Sometimes
But
I like
it's
to
true.
just be in the dark.
We've
about
only
certain
discovered
things.
There's
5% of
Don't
the
tell me
ocean.
there are
that.
three
Don't tell
shark
me that.
attacks
Think about
last
that.
week on in like the beach of Destin, the one that we were at on
And then
38.
there was like a drone footage, and they just like went
There's
out to like,
hundreds. There's thousands of sharks.
and they're
I'm
just
not
like
going
trying to
there.
get to the shore. They're freaking out. But think about that. We've only discovered 5% of the ocean. Imagine what's
you think
down
sea
there.
monsters are real?
Well,
Yeah.
there also is a theory
Sea
that
monsters
there's
are
some
real.
sort of like pulse that the government has and something's happening in the ocean. Which
Why would the government want to
Maybe the
ruin
government.
tourism?
No, but maybe
they wouldn't
they've
want to ruin the
maybe-
economy. Like
no,
that.
but maybe they've discovered it and they're like doing some like crazy stuff over there.
Oh,
listen,
Like they've got an
like Stranger
underground.
Things.
Yeah, like they've got some kind of underground.
what is this
bunker,
podcast?
And they are like experimenting over
We've
there.
just become a conspiracy theory podcast.
I know. I'm like, guys, what are
This
we talking
just went
about?
from favorite worship songs to conspiracy theories.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
I love sharks.
Anything that happens on a TV show.
We went to the aquarium.
Anything crazy.
Sharks
That's
are very
likely
in someone's
real.
mind.
Yeah.
Sharks are very misunderstood, and it's like that shark is
They're not,
probably
though. They're
just
still
as
killers.
traumatized as us. Like we're going in his space. Imagine like we were bottom of food chain, and like in our little homes in these rooms, a like creature, a monster comes in here. We're like beating it up to get it out of here, and
It
then they
comes
kill
in
us
with like no clothes
That's
on.
great perspective.
Everything's hanging out. It's like doing this weird motion.
and they're towards
But
us. And they're
we're not trying
screaming
to
at
hurt
us.
them.
We're just
I'm just trying
have
to get
fun.
some like sea salt on my
But it's-
neck.
Okay, well, also imagine
I'm just trying to
this,
soak in that
but
water.
imagine this: the thing that walks in here is like a large French fry.
What are you
That's what
talking
we
about?
are to them.
That's where.
And do you think
that's
we would
where
be
I
like,
changed
let
the
me give a
subject
bite of
again.
that? Or if it's like a huge Andy's ice cream just walked in here and it's like, we want a scoop. Wait, I think we need to pause. 'Cause
What are we talking about?
I think we want a scoop.
I think we want to scoop. It sounds like you want to scoop. Stop wailing like that in the mic. The way she keeps it on, she's like,
Please
Speaking
tell
of
me.
gut health, I'm hurting right now.
Please tell me you guys
Gut health.
understand what I was just saying.
that,
though.
yeah, that's
No.
an interesting perspective. But I also don't think they desire us.
I walked in the
I've
room.
heard
I was
that.
so confused.
I've heard that sharks don't desire us, and they
They
actually
don't.
bite and don't eat you.
Well,
It's like malicious.
You know what's actually so crazy?
Misunderstood nothing.
Is one of the shark attacks was a double bite.
Oh, that's brutal.
Oh, I saw this other video about a shark attack, a bull shark. This is the craziest thing, and this is I fact checked it. Family at the beach, okay?
Oh my God.
One of the cousins gets bit by a shark. Gets bit
Stop.
on the thigh. Chunk of his thigh is gone. The
Oh my
the
gosh.
the uncle on shore, because it's like I guess one of his siblings' kids, whatever. He runs into the water. All the other kids are in there. He's telling all the kids to get out. There's just a pool of blood, because the kids also his arm gets bit off. So not only is a chunk of his thigh gone, his arm gets bit off. Okay. The guy, the uncle, tackles the shark, manhandles it, beats it up, drags it onto shore, and they get the arm out of the shark and reattach it. Now, the man does have a lot of issues because he was dead for like 10 minutes. He didn't have any oxygen to his brain. But he's like a full life. Like he's living and it's sweet. But it's like he got his arm back. You know, like, why are you... What?
I'm just like, how did we get here? I can't
There was
imagine how
such
many
a deep
kids.
topic pick for this episode.
I can't imagine how many kids are tuning in to like, oh, I love Anna Golden. She's saying Ocean's Up Forward, and like the most graphic imagery just packed.
It is one of my greatest dreams to swim with a great white shark. Free swim.
I don't think that'll happen for you.
It could.
might, and I'm gonna just give it to the Lord. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You'll be on the
Over
boat.
my dead body, literally.
What would you do if
could do the
like
cage thing.
I won't even go on the boat.
really?
I'm good. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
wouldn't
I'm
want to
good.
see if I died?
First of all, it's not gonna be an easy decision for you to do it. There's definitely gonna be some debate. And if you end up doing it, I probably won't go on that boat.
You could do
Well-
the little cage thing.
I saw a video the other day of a shark breaking through that cage.
Yeah, they went up on top.
Or you could end up like that movie, what is like 100 meters down.
That was a terribly done movie.
It was
had
horrible.
it had a great parameter.
Yeah.
Terribly executed.
And then
Wasn't
they did
Mandy
a second
Moore
one.
in
Yeah, it
it?
was Mandy Moore. I'm like,
You know
How
who
did
had a
they
full
do a
life?
second one?
Soul Surfer. That's a full life.
Bethany Hamilton.
Yep.
Incredible movie.
What was the song in that movie? Talking about favorite worship songs.
Was there a worship song in Soul
Yeah.
Surfer?
You
I
guys
feel like
remember?
was it a worship song or just a country song? Because it could go either way.
You know,
for some things.
it's
Or
the
was it-
church I grew up.
That's in Soul Surfer.
That's crazy. Singing that with a country
Yeah,
accent.
because there was a scene that they had church outside. It's Hawaii, of course, so it was like such a vibe.
Beautiful.
It was like a ukulele, and they're just like singing a worship song.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
You guys, I have to say one more shark attack story.
Oh my god.
Because this... Sorry. I guess I don't have to. But
Go
this
ahead.
story was so crazy. Off the coast of South Africa, there was this man who was in the water. The story that I watch, lots of details. Long story short, he gets attacked by the shark. He's like, bleeding, punching the shark. Shark leaves. So then he gets back to shore. He finally makes it to shore. And he's like in the middle of nowhere. It's like a 2-hour drive to civilization. Anyway, he's in I guess an open car. I'm not sure all the details of this next part. But after he gets attacked by the shark, he then does get attacked by lions. He lived. He did.
That's a terrible day, honestly.
That's the worst day you could have.
That's the
Shark and
craziest
then
thing.
lions.
I'm like, and
But don't you
also-
guys feel like some people, I don't know the backstory, the context, but he must have set himself up for that situation.
I don't
in
know.
some
Or
way.
he's just he just got bad luck because that's a real thing.
But it's like, where was he in the ocean? And where was he in the desert?
He was very alone off the coast of South Africa.
And then then
Not
it gets
the
to the
desert,
point
but
where
you
it's
know what I
like
mean.
those people who I'm gonna solo sail across the world. Why?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
you mean like
Wow.
It's
that
like-
one guy who got his arm caught in the rock?
Oh, what a story.
127 hours.
Yeah. Oh, what a story.
Do you
remember
know that
that?
story?
Guys,
That's iconic.
it's just to me when I hear those stories, I'm like, oh, so sad.
And there was a
You're
song
dumb.
behind that.
Like, why'd you even do
People
that?
love that kind of stuff. Climbing.
Yeah,
you
I'll
know
never.
what's the craziest thing to me? Like swimming with sharks, those kinds of things. I'm like, that's fascinating to me. I love to swim with the blue whale. Anyway, all blue whales are going extinct. They're actually back on the up and up. But I cried the other day thinking about I could have kids that'd be like, what's a blue whale? Or we can't even see them. And then I thought the other day, I'm going to plan us a trip this year to go see the blue whales just in case. Anyway, but all that to say,
Good for you.
Where are we going?
Going on a trip.
I'm not that type of person. I don't want to do all that.
guys, should we all go blue whale trip? The Nuggets
Where?
take the blue whales.
I don't
If
know
there's
about
a spa
South
there, I'm
Africa.
in.
South Africa's got that bird. Let me tell you guys something about birds.
Enoch's really afraid of birds.
Not all
Guys,
birds.
there was a
weird.
point that I was getting to here.
I
and
love a good sparrow,
lost it.
Birds.
a
do
good
you
cardinal,
think-
blue
This
jay.
is so off topic. Do you think that birds are real, or do you think that,
I think pigeons are FBI
or
encrypted.
do you think they're encrypted?
Back to the conspiracy theories.
I
But-
believe every
Because it's
conspiracy
so
theory.
easy for the
anybody in
government
the
to create something like
Anybody
that.
in the stork family,
Mm-hmm.
demonic.
Oh.
They've got a spirit.
Enoch hates
They've got a spirit.
They've got a spirit, and I discern it.
Enoch hates a shoe-billed stork.
It's like a 12-foot bird,
Yeah,
and it's got eyes like a literal demon.
yeah. That's how I feel about cats. Sorry,
And they
Carl.
kill people. They literally kill people.
Do they?
Yeah, I read. They kill people. I can't even look at the
I wouldn't
picture.
put it past a bird, but honestly, I think
I
birds.
think-
Imagine that's the easiest way for the government to spy on us. To be honest, birds.
Guys,
Pigeons.
our phones.
Okay,
Yeah, but
well
before
maybe
the phones-
Before phones, I think that's why they
Before
made
the mo-
pigeons.
the Motorola's,
Don't you think that the pigeons would be
iPhones.
puttering out by now if it was pre-phones?
Well, no, because they probably make new versions and then they just keep them.
That to say, there's a new iOS coming out that just looks very exciting.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you seen this?
Lock
Saw
an
that.
app,
I think they
hide an
had-
app.
They had the presentation today.
Why are they trying to make it easy to cheat? I also want to
Honestly.
say this about
Honestly.
Instagram too. This is giving people we don't need that. I understand locking your cell phone because if it's stolen or something, but encrypting apps and stuff.
I didn't see all that.
No,
That's
they
crazy.
said so. They said basically, if you're on your phone and then somebody was like, "Oh, can I see something?" You could press something and hide the app; it's gone, or lock the app. And so if they're like, "Oh,
all I saw.
I'm gonna get into his Instagram and see if he's cheating," they can't get in.
And they can't search it either on the search bar. You
Yep.
can lock a name.
I saw that with a tap, you can pay somebody or take money.
Yep.
That feels
And it's like
imagine
scamming
people are-
tendencies.
that feels like robbing's on the rise.
People in the club are like,
but they'll be locked maybe. But I also think that's about like vanish mode on Instagram. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Why do you know that?
Because I remember when it came out, and like one swipe, the whole thing goes black.
It's like if you ever accidentally like swipe up on your Instagram chats, it goes vanish mode. So it like
I have
deletes
seen that.
things.
I have seen that. I did that once by accident, and I was like, "Wait, what? No."
It's a little scary.
That's all.
It's like, what's the heart?
But how about this? You can record calls, and it'll take notes live. So it'll say, "Anna, hey Enoch, love you so much," and then it'll say whatever you said back to her, and it'll.
That's
take
actually
notes
really
live.
convenient.
What I would love is for it to be recording the whole time of my life.
That feels like a lot of data. I also am like that. I love being able to tap back on text and you can use any emoji. Also, they have AI emojis. You can create any emoji ever.
Yes.
You just have to
I
speak.
feel like they did that with the Bitmoji.
No,
No,
Enoch. You
it's
can
even
literally
better.
be like, I want a T-Rex riding on a surfboard with a tutu on. They literally use that one as an example. And they give you like 5 different options.
No, it's incredible.
Do you know what? And here's another thing I'll say about that. Do you feel like things are stupid when you have too many options now?
Honestly,
Like
It's
there's,
just overwhelming.
it's overwhelming.
I also think that about money. Like if you had unlimited amounts of money,
It's like, what would you really do?
do you know what I mean? I'm like,
I feel like you'd go crazy.
well,
Like
it's
right
also-
now, like the fact that I have to pick like what I'm gonna buy because like I only have this much.
Well, also like
Takes
saving
away.
up for things and like things carry more value or something like that. But sometimes when I feel like we have access to too much, it like breaks us a bit.
Yeah, you care more.
Yeah.
Take care of it more.
You care more when it's less. But I thought that with the AI emojis.
Honestly, though,
Wow.
the best part of this whole update is how you can now in notes just like write a math problem and it solves. These kids, they have it so good, man.
I saw the calculator. The
we had
calculator has
Mathway.
like a
Mathway was trash.
Mathway was
because you had to
clutch.
pray for premium.
No, I finessed it.
guys. When I don't know if you guys had this, but when I was growing, I went to college when I was like 17. When in college, you were never allowed to use your phone for anything, and like you had to buy a calculator that was like $190.
We had to do that in high
Yeah, we
school.
had the same thing. Yeah.
But then when I got to college, everything's online. So it was like, there's nothing they could do because all the tests were online.
Really?
Yeah.
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 I never took a test online.
Yeah, college was all online.
That's so
Yep.
crazy. We did Scantrons. You guys know what that is?
Yeah,
we had
those.
Scantrons in high school.
High school. Everything you had in college, we had in high school.
Yeah, but I just didn't go
Just
to
a
high
4-year
school.
difference.
Yeah.
Facts.
Honestly, though, no. It's in college now. They're trying with like AI. They have like a thing where they can read like if you used like Chat GPT or
Yeah.
something for it.
Like
but
plagiarism.
also they have a thing where like if you log in and do a test, it like makes your whole screen
Yeah.
so they can record you. But the thing is, if you just print a piece of paper with the answers or have it on your phone, like
Yeah.
I cheated my way through. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
I use Quizlet.
Kayla.
Me too.
What's
yeah.
Quizlet?
Quizlet is like before anything.
Yeah.
People would go on there, and it's like this note card program.
So y'all didn't have no conviction growing up.
No, not a
No,
not a,
I had
not
to
a drop.
get through school, babe.
I just needed to get.
I didn't
through.
have home
My parents
school.
didn't care if I learned.
I didn't have her
as
going to
long as
Costco
I-
for
as long as
classes.
I
I
was
would
making
have
grades.
been grieved. I literally.
You don't get it. You don't get it.
I
You
don't get it?
Yeah.
Mm. She went to Costco for class.
Yeah,
Costco.
Yeah. Remember you said that?
you did say that.
You did say that. Your parents would
In
just
high
choose,
school.
this is school today.
But in college,
But we had to fight through 7 periods
Yeah, at
for
that point,
5
it was
days a
just
week.
like
It was a
if
fight.
you talk to my dad to this day, he still says, "I'm not sure how she did it. I never saw her do homework once." And he said, "I didn't care because the report card came back."
I was
with
doing
A's."
homework like freshman, sophomore year, and then junior hit, and I was like, I can't.
Here, guys, here's where they mess up in high school. It's all a game. So they give you a syllabus, right? And they're like, okay, 80% is assessments, 30% is classwork, 10% is homework. So why would I do the 10% if I do everything else right? I
Homework
automatically
never
get a B.
mattered, for sure.
Yeah, I automatically get 90%. You do the math.
And
so
let's be honest,
I would calculate how many
I would
points.
do it the next morning, just ask a friend for theirs.
Yeah. And if you go on Quizlet, the test you're about to take is probably already on Quizlet.
It's always on Quizlet.
yeah, and you
That's
can
why
just
I
go
used it
find
for
the
everything.
answers.
This is horrible advice. If you're
Question.
listening to this,
This was back in the day. It doesn't
This
work
is back
now.
in the day.
I just want to go ahead and say
2019,
I don't condone
2018.
anything that you guys are listening to. Apply yourself. You're only cheating yourselves.
And I don't listen.
living my
anything that
dream.
we learned, I'm not using nowadays. All my
Yeah.
teachers were like, you guys are going to use this in college. Got to college, it was totally different. None of it mattered.
When have you used Pythagorean theorem? When have you used it?
PEMDAS,
Yep.
not
when have you
once.
used it?
You know, the thing that I think of all the time is like us having kids and having to like
Teach them.
teach
100% paying 100% paying for tutors.
That is
No,
that literally gives
that's
me
scary.
pause. My dad remembers everything. My dad's also a doctor.
He's also
Yeah,
a
but
genius.
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's literally like there was not a thing that we would give him that he wouldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love my parents to death. I did not have that luxury
Yeah, same.
whatsoever.
And my dad would be like, "You can learn it. You won't forget it." So like my dad, I was always like, "Okay," especially because my dad's a chiropractor. Anything having to do with like the human body, knew
yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
to a
I was
T.
in Anatomy
Biology,
101
science.
for 2 weeks, dropped out.
Really,
Straight to oceanography.
oceanography.
I didn't even know that was an option.
Yeah.
And you don't like the blue whales?
She's like, let's bring
I
it
don't
back
want to
around.
swim with them.
You wouldn't want to see them?
I'd love to see them.
Yeah, it's stunning.
I'm afraid you jump in. I'm playing the long game here. I see the whole
Whales?
picture.
I've seen actually whales get in between humans and sharks. Like they protect humans. So sweet.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
I think
Anyways,
that's so sweet.
This has been an incredible podcast. I think.
I feel like I've just been talking.
Some of our faves,
so sorry.
songs, items,
Whales.
everyday essentials, conspiracy
School.
theories, credible sources,
Mm-hmm.
laughs.
Childish convictions.
Yeah. Prison romances.
Okay, no.
It's like-
Prison romance. That's
yeah,
actually so
you got
crazy.
no
I
shots
just want to go
to
ahead
pull.
and say. I just want to go and say never. I was not, and not. If I don't have anything against anybody who's ever been to jail, but I'm like,
Should we do like quick, just like everyday faves? We might as well. We're here.
or underrated things.
You know how GQ does like 10 things you can't live without?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do 3 each.
3
Okay.
each.
3 each.
Well, it's like my Bible, like those kinds of things.
Just
Oh,
3 things you
gosh,
can't live
no,
without.
that-
I would say like
No.
actual things.
Yeah.
But you can't be like toothpaste.
Okay.
Like something you would tell someone to go on your Amazon storefront.
Okay, I can do that.
All right.
I think.
Kendra
Let's go.
Scott jewelry is so underrated. It's so affordable.
Amazon.
Kendra Scott, these necklaces are
Valid.
like $50 each. They don't
Great.
tarnish. I wear them every single day. They have such great designs. I just
It's a great
ordered-
gift for your
Yeah.
Significant other.
Enoch got me this for Valentine's Day.
The big
I'm
old
like,
E.
they're so cute.
Get me one if you want.
They don't tarnish. They're like stackable.
Love a good stack.
I can't say enough about them.
Okay.
And then another one would be these. I feel like we'd all agree. Our little Simply Modern cups.
Love a
Yeah.
good sim. Yeah.
We called Sim because on the top it looks like it says Sim. I don't know if they'll.
I would say I recently just got breakthrough. I always had this feet pain, trying to get back in my running game, and I went and got my feet scanned, and they told me I have horrible arches in my feet
You want to tell them why?
because I've
Here,
been
no.
wearing the wrong size my whole life.
Me and Enoch started dating. Mind you, Enoch's like 6'1", 6 foot.
6. I'll be humble. 6 foot.
Okay,
I'll be humble. It's crazy.
that's so crazy.
Honestly, if you're tall, you don't have to be humble, and I'll tell
I
you.
wish I was 6'1". My mom always says that I grew this instead of this way. I was like,
you
thanks,
grew
mom.
wide instead of tall. That's
Yeah.
me.
6 foot's pretty tall.
6 foot
It's
is
real
not
though.
short.
She was right.
But also, so Enoch's 6 foot. We start dating. I'm like, what are your shoe size? Like, you want to know these things, because I'm like, I think I was trying to buy you some shoes. It's like a 9.5.
No way at 6 foot you're a 9.5. That's ridiculous.
A 9.5. I would like to say that once upon a time I dated a very short man.
Mm-hmm. And he was a 9.5.
It was a 9, and I was like, no way, you're a 9.5.
Enoch, what's your real shoe size?
10 and a half.
A whole
Towards 11.
size?
Yeah.
Enoch, that's crazy.
He
The guy
probably,
was
he
like-
probably would have been an 11 or 11.5, but he wore such small shoes. I'm sure it stunted your little
I'm
growth.
pretty sure
And
you
he has
woke me up
such
at
large
6 in the morning
arches.
this morning saying, I feel like if you worn the right size all your life, you've had bigger feet. I was like, what are you talking about?
Because I
Did
was
you
like,
say that this morning?
Yeah, I put my feet in your foot, and it literally has a concave.
They're like this.
That's crazy.
Anyways, he gave me what are they called? I'm having a brain fart here.
Like insoles.
Insoles.
Can't live
And
without
they've
him.
changed everything. I'm just
Love it.
running.
Love it.
I put them in every shoe now.
Wow.
And I will start ordering 10.5 shoes.
Nice.
Sounds like
As
I need
you
all
should.
new shoes.
I'd say I can't live without Burt's Bees, 100% for sure.
Really?
I die
Lip
without
mask
it.
gang.
And then I also can't live without Mango Pop bodysuits from Amazon. So
Mango
cheap.
pop.
I have every single color, every single size. I have turtleneck, square neck, scoop neck, V neck,
Mango
long sleeve,
Pop.
short sleeve.
Okay.
You might as well say
Yeah.
Skims.
Well, yeah, everything Skims. I can't live without that. I'm trying to give more like, I will say I just got that. It's very popular on TikTok. That like little lip tattoo, like peel it off. That's why my lips look a little dark right now. I love it. It stays on all day. Like on Sundays, I'm like looking if it's on right now. Like, it stays on all day.
Yeah.
And it doesn't like wear off. It wears off like maybe 8. I put it on at 6 a.m. on Sunday. I noticed it came off 6 p.m. So probably like 12 hours.
That's great.
But I'm literally like all day, and I'm like have a microphone in my face. Like on Sundays, I'm like eating coffee, drinking like from my straw, all that, and stayed on.
I love it.
And
It's
so
beautiful.
it was like one of those. I think all of those are created equally. So it's like as long as it's one of the stains that you like peel off like a tattoo.
Yeah. That's
Nice.
good. Another beauty thing I'll say, Benefit 24-hour brow setter.
Really,
Can't go wrong. I mean, when I say these things, they don't move.
I love that.
They
good.
don't move. And it's all, for me, it's all about the brows. Like if I look ugly, I just feel like if I like brush my eyebrows and set them, then like life is good.
It's beautiful.
What about you? My last one.
What am I doing?
You.
I feel like you guys are giving beauty tips.
Give us your beauty tips. You have some.
Something I can't live without beauty wise.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some good curl cream.
Okay.
Got some good body lotion.
Brand?
Body lotion before the cologne. It stays longer.
Oh.
There's a little hint for you guys. Get those points.
He's giving a demonstration of all the points.
all over.
Something also we love, which is like a little hack.
Tongue scraper, man. Get a tongue scraper. It'll change your life.
Enoch loves
And
that.
hers.
Enoch.
It's true.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
I will say one of my favorite things, one of my favorite little hacks that we have a waterproof
Waterproof.
wireless lamp in our shower.
Oh,
And it
is
gives
a vibe.
it's such a vibe, you guys. Like you can
Yeah.
dim it. You have it in there. It's a little mushroom lamp, and I just like put a little acrylic shelf up there. So when you're like doing like a steam shower or at night, you just like want to get in like just a vibe. Turn on some music. Turn that little lamp on if you don't want like your massive overhead light.
Yeah.
It's so great. Also, it's great to have like during the day because our shower is kind of dark,
Yeah.
and Enoch like lines up his beard and stuff in the showers.
I'll be in there grooming. Mm-hmm. But that's why she's in there for 30 minutes crying to Incense by Brooke.
Turn on my little lamp.
All that to get back to the first thing we talked about.
Yep.
Worship songs. I feel like we could have gone maybe favorite scriptures and stuff. We went to conspiracies.
And whales and sharks.
Yeah.
Shout out to the blue whales. We're actually doing pretty good with them. They're doing better.
Thank God. I don't
But
know
we
what
do
were
have
doing
a big
before.
announcement, you guys. I
Whoa.
hope you stuck in with it. And I'll
Wait,
say this.
drum roll?
How would he do that?
Oh, I need both hands to do that.
I know. It's like, just it sounds just like a slap, slap, slap. You guys, we officially are launching merch.
No way. Wait, what?
Guys, it's so cute. Shout out to
exciting.
Nathan, who
Nathan
was listening to
Blaine
the podcast.
Blaine. Yes.
And literally was like, the Lord
Shameless
gave
plug.
me a picture and I designed it. And
Incredible.
it's the coolest
Yes.
and so
I love
funny.
it.
And
It looks so good. We've got a whole mascot now. So
We do.
we're going to get a
Yep.
suit and everything.
yes, we'll
We're bringing them everywhere.
We're gonna
It's
start.
going to be Kayla in it.
We're gonna start with the t-shirts. We'll put a little
You're
preview
funny.
on the screen. We're gonna start with the t-shirts. We should have them like this. We literally don't even have them in hand yet. We should have them by next week. They're on great garments like the LA apparel shirts, which are so great, great fit, great color. And we'll start with shirts and maybe like I thought maybe stickers too. Stickers is
Oh,
fun.
yeah, that's so fun.
And then we'll eventually go like hats and maybe sweatshirts too. Tell us what you guys think. We'd love to know your feedback. We got to get everyone who calls themselves Nugget needs to get one of these shirts.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure.
If you're a nugget,
Please.
Yeah.
You got to get it and not even just be like, we're not trying to make like money off these. We genuinely just want you guys to
We
have
just want to see them.
Yeah. Like we genuinely want you guys to have them. And I think it'd be so fun. And then we'll do a giveaway for sure. So
Most def.
comment.
Maybe a couple.
Yeah, we'll do like a giveaway on Instagram. We'll definitely do a giveaway from the comments of this episode. So what should they comment? Comment
some of your favorite things.
Yeah, okay. Comment.
There you go.
And every comment is an entry.
There you go.
So comment as many times as you want. All separate comments. Comment, honestly, anything. Your favorite moment from this podcast. Your favorite moment from the podcast.
Some shark stories.
Yeah. Whatever it might be.
Some of your favorite worship
favorites.
songs.
Yeah.
Some conspiracy theories you love.
Every
Simply or
single
Stanley.
comment is an entry. And make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel.
Olipop or Poppy?
Obviously, we now
Whole
know
Foods or Trader Joe's?
Trader Joe's. Let's not even
Whole
go.
Foods has some better options on some things.
I'm
though.
kind of loving Whole Foods these days. It just breaks the
Yeah,
bank.
but the bank. I was about to say
Yeah.
the bank loves Trader Joe's.
I just go
and
for the brown
personally,
butter cookies.
Trader Joe's just dropped these root beer float ice cream bars.
Stop it.
I need
I
to
don't
go.
think
nowhere
that's my
else.
vibe.
They're so good.
But okay. Anyway, all that to say, and we will, once we go live, we'll do like a code. We'll embed it in one of the episodes because we'll have a code for just the
You got to
nuggets.
watch it all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe next episode, because we'll probably be able to have these up
Probably.
soon.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We will see.
They get printed this week. They
They
get printed
do.
this week, and we'll have
Isn't
them.
that exciting?
We'll have them at Forward
Woohoo!
Conference
Yeah, we're bringing them to Forward
Woohoo!
Conference.
very soon.
Bringing them
couple
home.
weeks.
That'll be exciting.
Anyway, that is all for this week. We hope you guys had a great time
We
just
love you
listening
guys
to
so
us
much.
talking and all the
Yes.
things.
We're just over here yapping.
I had like an agenda for this episode, but sometimes I feel like when we get back in the room and it's just us three, we just kind of just
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
going. But
We love y'all.
We're so excited. We have so much fun doing this. We hope you had a great time. We hope for at least an hour you felt like you were sitting down talking to some of your best friends. You felt encouraged.
Wait. Golden Nugget.
Oh, the
yeah.
golden
Golden
nugget.
nugget.
of
We need a
this?
golden nugget. Hurry,
Oh
hurry,
my
hurry.
Gosh, I didn't
Anybody.
Even think.
Kayla, you got something?
No, I got it. I
you
mean,
got something?
yeah.
Go for it.
I don't want to put the pressure on you guys. If
No,
you,
it's
unless
just
you guys
some
have
of
one.
our faves.
No. You
I would say the golden nugget for this episode would be save the blue whales. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm like, be easily influenced.
buy all
No.
the things we like.
Sometimes be influenced.
I am like, I feel like we didn't get anything too deep, but I feel like I did say something. And this is a good tip for you guys. Actually, no, I want to say this with social media. Post what you want to post.
Yeah.
Don't feel the pressure on it.
Yeah.
I feel like we talked about that at the beginning of this episode, that there's such like a status quo. You don't have to have an aesthetic.
Yeah.
You don't have to like live in an all white house to be able to post to
Right.
get ready
Yeah.
with me. Like
Yeah.
it's all
The aesthetic is your aesthetic.
yeah, don't feel the
That's so
pressure.
sweet.
I'm saying this to myself because I feel
Me
like
too.
I get into that whole
Honestly,
thing.
that's why I don't post. I have dozens of drafts. I never think it's good enough.
But it's I'm like that's
I'm
so
always
stupid.
like, I can't.
But I think of one of my friends. Shout out to Ursula,
Hey,
who's
Ursi.
on our worship team. She was like going to. She's been traveling a bunch. She's an amazing dancer, and she's been doing these events. And she was in Greece and in Sweden, and every time she's there, I'm like, post as much as you can. I'm like, Ursula, when you post, like your pictures make it feel like I'm like in them. Like she doesn't stage a lot of things. Like she doesn't look for she doesn't edit them like crazy. But it's like, I was like, I literally love your content. She was like, what? Are you kidding me? And I was like, I feel like
That's
there are
sweet.
people who are
Yeah.
following each of us
Yeah.
who think the same thing.
Yeah.
I hope.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
I
don't
love
think that at all.
I know. I totally think so. I think
Yeah.
there's so many
That's
people
sweet.
that want your eyes on things and your narrative. Anyway, so that's a golden nugget. I love you guys so much.
Love y'all.
I cannot wait for you all to get the merch. We'll see
Y'all,
you
it's going to be so good.
next
Yeah.
week. Love ya. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.